Hello, this is Bueller, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Last time, we defeated Saint Shiva, and, well, Iceheart's a thing. Again. I got 1 player commendation, yay! And then listed 100. I think that puts me at 81. I just checked earlier today, so... If you'll repent, you could give me your link pearl.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool.
That's still, I need to warm me up a little.
You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause.
Yeah, no.
You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers.
Really?
And they are no less ignorant than you. Following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of Light, redemption is not beyond us.
Me. Redemption is not beyond me. If you want to redeem, seriously, give me your link pearl.
We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the Keeper of the Lake. See with eyes unclouded.
We've already discussed this. The Keeper of the Lake is dead. He died 15 years ago.
Do not squander Mother's gift.
What? Ah, oh, damn it.
Feel. Think.
What? That means she has the power of the Echo too. And the last time we heard those words, and pretty much every time we've heard those words, were from Heidelin. Oh, great.
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
Well? Okay. Well, let's go tell our friends the good news. Speak with Moon Rita? By the 12, you're alive! I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Dravanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see? No? Fair enough. I was only asking. Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes, too. Membria remains unconvicted that you have not sustained a head injury. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Writing Stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you'd best pay a visit to White Room front and speak with Alphinaud. He's probably worried sick about you. That, or he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon! And she's actually really perky. I'm not giving her a voice that actually fits her. And she's not quite Ida perky. And she's somewhere between Ida and Minfilia in range of the tone I would like to use for her. But I can't hit that in between for some reason. And how do I say this? Her voice is slightly... Actually, it's slightly lower in pitch than Minfilia's, but also have to keep up the, hyperact. And that's not a voice I do very well. I should practice. I will be using her a lot more. Hey, she just showed up, and, we've had the Scions all this time, and they lived through the Calamity. Apparently we just time warped. Hello, Sir Aymeric. I killed Shiva. That you stand here now is proof of your mission's success. Praise be to Holone. It is customary to report to one's commanding officer after completing a mission. Really? Drillamont? I still remember the first time you entered these chambers. Suffice to say, I never imagined I would one day be so glad of your return. Welcome, my friend. There she is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the warrior of light would succeed? I think I speak for all of them when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Well, Iceheart turned into Shiva, and I killed her. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life. An outcome worthy of celebration. And one for which we have Virler to thank. Yes, you are right, of course. Sir Aymeric should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there's the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillamont, is the caravan ready? Supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Portent caravan? Less the crystals, which comprised the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Oh, on an unrelated note, Virler, might I trouble you to accompany to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? Yes. 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. Took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. Well, as a friend who actually can fight, it's not surprising. I'm actually just going to teleport over to Dragonhead. Because I'm lazy. Oh yes. Wow, heirlooms. It's probably a better system than, heirlooms anyways. And... oh, you're inside the building. Durr. Hello, are 12 men still restraining him? No? Good. If our business here is concluded, we should attend to Sir Aymeric and the intercessory. What were you thinking, Veiler? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway? And then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat. Mortal combat! By the fury, Veiler! This is stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Well, you may have actually done better for me. You know what I'm saying? Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Aymeric wished to have word with you and Master Alphinaud in private. He awaits us at the intercessory. So, we have to go back around the corner. And talk to this guy. Greetings, madam. I shall show you in at once. Yes.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
Really?
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
We do?
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
No, I like him.
Sir Aymeric, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgardsormr could return?
I like him because he's a very, very, to once again quote TV tropes, reasonable authority figure. I mean, he was following his orders when he got here. And he's like, but now that we've seen this firsthand, I'll take it back to them and really, really talk to them about it.
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights?
You?
One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders.
Fair enough.
But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light.
Can I ask you a question? Since you're all isolation from everyone else, and you're behind this big fancy gate, do you have werewolves? No? Okay. That's all I want to know.
Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Aymeric. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
You have a name?
Lucia, at your service.
Ooh, Lucia. I like that name.
Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies.
I actually had a very, very old RP with a Lucia, who's my character. She was God.
Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone.
Can I relay some words I have for her alone?
Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind.
Hmm?
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem.
What is it?
The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Oh, cool.
Sir Aymeric, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Yes. So, now we can do stuff. Yay! Alright, let's go see if we can do something about... Well, I guess we've already done something, haven't we? I was thinking about, Cudio back there, but I mean cutie as in the ivy. For one with reason to celebrate, Alphana looks rather grim. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. Necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribe to be justified by default. Imagine, then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized people as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlean. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Vieler, it is better that we continue this conversation in Mordona. To the Rising Stones. Money. Okay, so what have we done? We found a traitor. We found heretics. We found Iceheart. We defeated Shiva. We captured the person that we can basically assume is a high-ranking person in the Garlean spy world. What else could go wrong? This sometimes makes me sleepy. Okay, where am I? Seventh heaven, I must come into you. I wish to gain entry to this no entry door, please. Sorry, I'm trying to find something in one of my bags and I can't find it. Oh well. Oh, is that it? Oh, it's empty. Such sad.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it.
Are you going to give me an option?
Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Yep.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Oh?
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk that off,
About
though.
Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals.
Probably.
Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth.
Several times.
Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so.
Yay.
Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Probably... crack. The reason we're at. If I would discuss how best to proceed in light of recent developments. I need to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard's armor. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Oh. Do you hear that? The commotion outside. Do you see if aught is amiss? Is aught amiss? Let's see. There's Alf and Ida. Go pack. Oh, that's such a fella. Ida? Ida, go pack your bags. The other. Tis well you are on hand. No problem. Royale has escaped. Happened shortly after the immortal flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the combination was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. It is plain she received inside help. What? Yes. Citizens report seeing Royal quitting the city via the gates of Null, with a bloody spear in her hand. She makes for Casper Meridian, I am certain of it. With her fate and Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Obert and the First are hot upon Royale's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Bluefog and join the hunt. But we'll do that in the next episode. This has been Violator. I hope you enjoyed and have fun.